Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. What's happening? What is happening? I am going live from the Marriott in downtown Louisville, Kentucky. Um, there. It's an exciting night. It is 2 nights before Ironman Louisville. And yes, sir, we're going to do it. The weather is, I'm going to wait because nobody's here. But we just had our dinner at, thank you to Jerry for hosting us at her condominium common room or whatever you want to call it. We had about, I don't know, I bet there's at least 50 or 60 people there tonight at our team dinner. Pretty amazing. I think about 20 ish or more athletes that are racing showed up, and a lot of family members and friends and other supporters from the group and whatever. And it was a great way to start this Friday night. Hey, John. The second lap monkey is about to rear its ugly head on Sunday for me. Yes. How was your second lap monkey, man? That thing is tough, isn't it? We are going to have a little bit different weather conditions than you. I think it's similar but way different. Our challenge is going to be staying warm out there. It's going to be cold. It's going to be cold. I mean, I think we're starting it. It's going to be about 50 degrees in the morning. The water won't be that cold, which will be nice. I mean, the water should be 69, 70, something like that. Will be a wetsuit swim, but the water will be nearly 20 degrees warmer than the air as we jump in the Ohio River on Sunday, it looks like. And then they're talking about 50 to 70% chance of rain on and off throughout the day. So, well, last year, I think it was kind of the opposite. It was a little warmer in the morning and then it got cooler. So I'm just struggling with, Robbie had a thing tonight about, what to wear and how the big deal is staying warm out there at all costs, especially early, because you don't want to eat too cold and then have to play catch up on the trying to warm your body up on the bike when you're wet out of the water. So the plan for me was simply to, what's the question, John? Has Louisville ever been that cold for me? Last year it was cold here. I think we started in the morning like 55, 60 degrees when we got in the water. By the time I got done with the run, it was low 50s and raining, but I didn't get cold. I wasn't cold last year. It was almost like I was telling somebody I didn't even really notice the weather. So it was about perfect, but it was windy and it was a challenge. I mean, I remember the weather coming in on the bike because it was super windy and there were white caps on the river and limbs down everywhere. And it was, but it was still in the mid 50s, I think. And for whatever reason, I just didn't feel cold. And when I got off on the run, I felt fine. I basically ran in my kit the whole day. I don't even think I wore arm warmers last year. I'm going to this year. But of course it's going to rain, so that's messing up everything. So I'm thinking about grabbing like a cheap raincoat or something coming out of the water, or some kind of something to put over everything. And then maybe dispose of it after if the sun comes out or if I feel warm at the first aid station. I mean, it's a weird thing, Is this race typically cold? Nah, I wouldn't say cold. I'd say that, this race was in August for the longest time, and it was always known as the hot race. I mean, it was 95 plus. We raced it one year, and it was literally 98 degrees at the heat of it, the day, and with feels like 110 or something kind of thing. So it was hot then, and then 4 years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, they changed it to October, and it's usually 60s, 70s. I remember it being pretty nice the first couple of years. Last year it got wicked. People watching the race struggled more, I think, than the people in the race. A lot of heavy winter jackets for the spectators, and that sort of stuff. So um, it's just a weird thought. I mean, like I don't. The other piece of business is it doesn't look like there's going to be any sun breakthrough, but you just never know. I'm just going to really put something in my bag in case um, it's raining right out of the gate, and I don't know. I'm mainly just concerned about that first hour or so because the first 10 miles is flat, so it's fairly fast. Um, if there'll be a little wind, maybe, and the wind will be at our back, and then you start climbing a little bit, so you'll warm up. And for me, it's going to be about eating. I'm going to bring I'm going to probably load up with like 3 or 4 Cliff Bars at least, and have some Fig Newtons with me, and um, eat solids because I think it's going to help keep me warmer. Um, and the other thing is just you got to remember to keep drinking, even though you don't think you're going to need it. It's easy to be reminded when it's hot out and you're getting thirsty all the time. But honestly, that thirst element isn't going to be there as much, I don't think. So people are going to have to remember to keep drinking, especially when you don't feel like you want to or need to. That's going to be a big challenge. So I want to eat. I just want to keep putting in Cliff Bars and just eating Fig Newtons, and I'll have some gels as well in my. I'll use their Gatorade for most of it. I'll start with scratch, but then get some Gatorade going as the bottles exchange. And oh shit, Brewers just tied it up, 1-1. Who hit that? Is that Kratz? Wait a minute. So Machado hit a home run in the. Oh, that's the pitcher. Jesus. The Brewers just pulled their pitcher and put in a reliever, and he just hit a home run to tie it off of Clayton Kershaw. It's 1-1. Unbelievable. That place has got to be going crazy. Wow. Sorry, that was something else. So, yeah, I'm into this Brewer game. It's game one of the National League Division Series. So, other than that, man, it's great to be here. We had like a huge dinner. I don't know if you got in late or whatever, but Nutter Butter cookies on the bike. Yeah, they're awesome. Yeah, I mean, I'm a solid food guy on the bike. I can't do that whole liquid regime yet. I don't know why or what if I'm ever going to be able to do it, but I just something about eating, and I don't want to eat too late into the bike. I want to get off the bike and with kind of a clean stomach for the run. But where was I? Oh, we had a big dinner, man. If you came in a little bit late, there's like 50 or so people at this condo complex that Jerry had hooked up. You're almost at Cincy. See me tomorrow. All right, Phil, that sounds good. So the big thing too is tomorrow there's a practice swim in the river, and I'm contemplating on doing that. It's between 8 and 10. I'd say I'm leaning towards doing it right now, but I don't want to get up like at 7 and go ride. So I'm gonna maybe swim and then come back to the hotel, and then do a little spin on my bike a little later. And then check my bike and then run. I don't know. I can't figure this out because I got to take my bags down there too. So transition opens at noon. It's all kind of a mess. I might have to ride earlier. I don't know. I just want to get a little spin on it and a little jog or something. Logistics are sometimes a pain in the ass because you can't really ride around here. remember last year I think I was running up here. Was I I don't know if I raced. I was running around these city blocks, and that was kind of weird downtown. But anyway, so that's what's going on. Drive safe, Phil, and we'll see you tomorrow. I might go for my last day. I might go live from in the Facebook group, maybe down on the river tomorrow, or maybe tomorrow night when I get back to the hotel, and um, just kind of make it more of a deal. But anyway, it's going good. The weather right now, like today's weather, would have been absolutely perfect. Other than, like I said, that first hour out of the water, wet on a bike. I might just I don't know. I might put a big towel in there and just dry off as much as I can, and put those plastic bags under my kit and go with arm warmers. And I'm gonna wear full finger gloves probably. Um, and I'm gonna wear socks. I usually don't wear socks on the bike, but I'll probably wear socks and toe covers, and just see what happens. Maybe force myself to get that heart rate up just a little bit and warm up. Maybe it'll push me. But like you said, I don't want to be cold. That would suck. But I don't know. 50s, 60. It's one of those things. One of those things. I'll let you know what my decision is after the race. All right. Thanks for coming in, and I'm gonna go watch the rest of this Brewers game, and then try and get some sleep. Have a great night, everybody. We will talk to you tomorrow.